And there was no agreement between Mr. Haas and myself in this, quote, pro se divorce. My rights have been just totally infringed upon.
You may proceed.
Your Honor, so just briefly, I'll give an opening. So we were here before you a few months ago on a motion to compel to sell what was the marital residence. And we set some amounts and we set a stair step, and the house still has not sold. And Mr. Haas is still being 100% responsible for all of the bills, utilities, and maintenance in the house. And at this point, there is an offer on the house from, I believe, an investor, and that amount is a little bit lower than what we set when we were here last time. So we're asking the court for permission to drop the price of the house so that the house can go ahead and sell. If you recall, the last time we were here, we've already talked about the stall tactics and the techniques that have been used so that Mrs. Haas can continue to live for free. And so we're asking the court to put a stop to that.
Okay. All right. So do you want to call a witness, Ms. Thompson?
Just Ms. Belusic.
Yes.
Okay. You may proceed.
Ms. Belusic, and I'll just be really quick. You are listed as the realtor of this property, correct?
Correct.
And how long have you had the property listed approximately?
87 days.
Okay, and for the original order that was presented to the court, you followed the prior order with the step down amount? Correct. And is there a current offer on the house?
Yes, there is, for $480,000 cash.
Okay. And do you believe at this time that that's a reasonable offer on the home?
Here's where we need to stop and set the stage. What you're about to hear isn't just a breakup rant. It's a raw, painful story about walking away from marriage while pregnant and the very public fallout that followed. She says emotional neglect, psychological abuse, even safety concerns forced her to leave.
There's been a lot of things going on that have happened that are in shady, for what I say. The last time before I appeared before court, I had gone in to get some information to properties that have been sold in the area.
Your Honor, I'm going to object to narrative and to relevance. Number one, this issue's already been litigated and none of the testimony being presented is what we're before the court for today.
Excellent.
It
Objection
is
sustained.
very important. Can I continue?
Well, there are objections sustained, so you can continue. It's going to depend on what you're going to say.
Okay. Well, let's get right down to the issues at hand. The property in question that is being sold or trying to be sold to an investor. Okay. My name has been removed from the title, the record of title in Austin County. Someone has not.
I'm going to object to relevant.
Yeah. The documents are missing. The documents are not there. Why?
What document are you talking about?
Right now, my husband is shown to be the only person on the deed. I sent a document to the court showing the loan papers, that I am to be on the deed.
So have you looked in the clerk's office for the deed to the property?
Bruce Haas is here. He has the document and he could testify to the fact that it was sent to him with his name only.
Do you have a copy of the deed where you and your husband obtained the property?
I do not at the moment. I am broke. I have no income. I have no alimony because Mr. Haas didn't want to pay alimony. So when we went to mediation,
to relevance,
we're going to go off the record. There's no way we can do this on the record. So instructing the court reporter to stop. So you don't have a deed. Why do you say your name is not on the title?
I went into the assessor's office to get information. We have a cash sale for the house behind us that went for $500,000+. That was not on record, I could not get access to anything because I was told that I do not have, my name is not on the deed.
Okay, if you came to the tax assessor's office, why didn't you come to the courthouse and look for the deed?
I did go in. The original paperwork that I gave the court a copy of it. That shows not, which I know at this point, we don't have to get it. I just want you to know that fact. Also,
Okay, well, I don't know any facts yet. And I'm still asking the question. So you came to the courthouse, you looked at the deed, and you're saying your name is not.
I did not get, they told me I could have access to the room. I did not have time, or stress is not good for me. Stress, I have been in and out of the emergency room prior to this divorce, and I am not to get stressed.
This moment is striking. Notice how she's asking for privacy, but doing so through a public social media announcement. That contradiction alone fuels half the criticism online. Why broadcast personal pain if you truly want peace? On the other hand,
in Sealy, and had them pull all of the documents to our mortgage. Somewhere along the way, the official loan paperwork has been changed.
Your Honor,
Whether it's from Chase.
I said we're not on the record, so you don't need to object to anything. But what does a loan have to do with title to the property?
Okay, I don't know if Mr. Haas has done some finagling behind the scenes.
Okay, but just wait a minute. What does the loan have to do with title to the property?
I am being forced to sell this house for nothing. I am being forced into poverty intentionally. Why? I can't prove anything at the moment. I have no income. I have no rights. And in this mediation, this whole bit that I had to go to, I was told that, there's a clause there that says that I was supposed to have an attorney present. I was told that I could not because you ordered it. It was judge ordered. I didn't need to have an attorney. Therefore, I was kept for 12 hours. And right after, and I could even show you, not that you care, two emergency room ordeals.
here she lays out serious claims: emotional, verbal, psychological, and even physical abuse. If true, these are devastating and would justify leaving.
Rights have been just totally infringed upon. I went, okay, I had no money. Mr. Haas would not give me money for a lawyer. I went down to the bakery where the lawyer for people that don't have any money and representation are supposed to go. So I went there. And what did the guy say? His first comment was, is there any property involved? And I said, yes, 2 pieces of property. What was I told? Get an attorney. And I told him, I said, well, I would if I had money, but I don't have a job. I don't have a job. My husband does. No, there was no money for an attorney for me. So I went to another attorney in Belleville. What do they say? $4,400 up front, but you'll get the money back. Okay, well, I don't have it. And my life is more important than fighting Mr. Haas for this property. But in the duration of this whole situation, degrading situation as it is, to have to come before you, not knowing the law, but having to represent myself. And at the same time, know that there is all kinds of things going on behind the scenes. Prior to this divorce, we had a house in Colorado that was sold. There was $35,000 in addition to the money that went to my son for him to take over the loan. Where did the $35,000 go, I ask? Huh? Well, I was never told. Mr. I says, well, it went back into.
This is a pivotal defense. She rejects accusations that she only married for IVF or financial gain. She emphasizes she already had embryos stored and even invested $30,000 as a single mom by choice before meeting her husband.
Sold at. We went from 560 to 545 to 530 without any offers, and now there's an offer for 480,000.
Yeah, and it's funny. Yeah, there were some people that came to the house, and I couldn't even find out who they were in my house. They were looking for documents. I know they were. I can't prove it. But you can ask Miss Belusic, because I called her. I recognized a truck that had driven up to my house asking about a truck that my husband supposedly owned, but my daughter owned it. So I don't know. Maybe you can add some information to this, Bruce.
Okay, what is the price that you think the house should be listed at now?
Well, given that he won't do any repairs and he won't do the landscaping to the house is not worth much in this market. I have tried to come to an agreement with him to change the percentages on the sale of the house, but he won't budge. I personally think that the percentages for the sale, I want out. I want to be completely rid of my ex and his control and his harassment. It's been nothing but harassment in this court. And I had asked you before I signed the divorce, would I have to play this game that he has before me if I sign this? How many times will I be in the court? And you said, well, if he has a legal situation. So here I am, harassed.